We are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of Tower Power Hour. We have Reed Coverdale from The Naturalist Capitalist. We have Fat Dave Smith. We have Jose Galison from No Way Jose Podcast. We've got Toad, the homie. And then you got the boy, Liberty Lockdown, Clint. What's up?
Cool.
And what's up, guys?
I know we were supposed to have a big guest, but it looks like she's ghosting. Wait, no. We have an angry white woman in the chat. Go ahead and bring her in. Fuck it. Oh my God.
Who is she? A white woman? What are we doing here?
Some fucking white women must be stopped. Come on.
The matriarchy is out of control. I cannot believe she's here.
Hello, I've arrived.
Would you like to introduce yourself for those who live under a rock on YouTube?
Hello, I am ShoeOnHead. I am a YouTuber sometimes. Sometimes I do YouTube when I feel like it. And I don't know why I'm here. Like these guys, can I tell the origin story of how I
Yes.
came?
Yes.
Yeah, we were gonna go over either anyways, but
Okay,
we
let's do it. So I posted something on Twitter. I don't even remember what it was. And all of a sudden, out of literally fucking nowhere, this tower, like the N-word tower, but like every every word spelled out, sell us your bathwater, and it all happened in the span of like a few seconds. I was like, what the fuck is this like coordinated effort? Where is this coming from? And then all of a sudden I'm like, what the fuck is, and it's just like, you got towered, bitch, tower out. what is going on? So yeah, that's how I discovered this podcast. I've never seen a single episode. I don't know what I'm in for. I don't know what the
wise decision to just come in cold turkey and watch anything. I think you made the right move there.
Yeah, well, the post actually that we put the tower on was a post that actually involved me and Unironic ANCAP, who was a buddy of ours, because I think we're both simping Shoe in some way, and she had posted some tweet with our tweets on it with our names redacted, and it was, you know, you had the water bottle spray thing. Yeah, like, get away from me. Yeah, and then Jose was like, let's tower her with sell us your bathwater.
It was so random.
Which if you didn't know, the origin of the towers was basically just to fuck with people like that, to where they would like their mentions just blow up.
Yeah,
with
they just
one letters. Yeah. Like single letters, and they don't know what's happening. And it started with journalists. Like we were like just towering corpo journalists, like, you know, enemy of the people, or we did Meghan McCain. We said daddy's in hell, pork chop. So we did all this stuff like that. And so
oh no, okay.
Yeah, that one was glorious.
And then basically the podcast came out of that, to where like we had this Tower Gang chat, which is basically really funny because we're essentially planned ANCAPs, centrally planning all these like structures, and then we were all having like absolutely retarded conversations in our chat, and we wanted to let the world see it. So
since you've never been on, let me tell you what we do. So basically we all take turns going around saying our favorite racial slur. So we're gonna let you start.
Well, I'm quite fond of the term "wop" as an Italian.
Oh,
so it's a good one.
I was totally kidding, and she's playing along.
Favorite white person slur. This is where you get the real crap. Favorite white person slur.
Oh, there was this thing on Twitter where someone they put out all the new slurs for white people. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was like Mayo Monkey and like
Mayo
shout out El Popo. That's probably
yeah. It was like So I think Mayo Monkey might be my favorite.
I'm a big fan of Chalk Roach. I like.
The list of white people slurs was actually just our previous episode. So.
We did
slathered troglodyte. I heard that today. I don't remember who said it. That
was a black guy. That was I want to say he was like a reverend. And he he basically said, "Shut up, you mayonnaise slathered troglodyte."
Oh, it's Bishop. We mentioned him on the last show, and I already forget his name. Bishop Talbert Swan, is that his name? He's a black dude who made fun of Ron Paul, and we towered him for it. I think he probably blocked a bunch of us, but he's the one who said that, and I was like, man, maybe he's actually based.
Awesome. Yeah. So you guys are ANCAPs? Okay, because I saw the aesthetic, right? And for some reason, I associate this aesthetic with like Groyper types, and I was like, so like, what are these guys? Like, I'm not really sure. And then, then I just saw, you know, terrible, god awful libertarian takes, and I was like, oh, they're lolberts. All right, that's fine.
We play off the Groyper aesthetic purposely because we know it triggers a lot of the people of our ilk and also the shitty ones of your ilk as well. And we play off that energy.
It's a good aesthetic. No, I like it. So I wasn't really sure though, but yeah.
This is actually the Nick Fuentes. This is actually the Nick Fuentes fan podcast. So
I've never actually seen a single video from Nick Fuentes.
I've actually never watched this stuff either. All I know is that I really want pit vipers, and that's about all I know.
Oh my god, I have like several pairs of them.
You're basically alt-right.
Yeah.
Just for owning them, you're alt-right now.
Yeah, like even the company, the Pit Viper company, like put out a statement just because Nick Fuentes was wearing them. They were like, we don't associate with this. It's like, okay.
It's like, well, then no one associates with you. Your entire
like,
customer demographic is
like,
white.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
It's the white boy summer people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think Pit Viper had tweeted out something about like accusing the Groypers of making a big deal out of it or something, and I'm like, you're making a big deal out of it by
like shut up.
Yeah, being like, we don't associate with them, we condemn these people. I'm like, dude, other bad people have worn your glasses. Like,
I know.
Condemn all of them.
Like what brand shirt was he wearing too? Like, is that brand of shirt gonna come out?
No, actually did. No, that was the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys always wore those. What kind of shirts were those? They had like a gold ring around the sleeves, and they actually had to stop selling that shirt because they thought the Proud Boys were wearing them and all this stuff. It's insane. I don't know how much you hate that stuff too.
They give. What do you mean? Sorry.
Just like this like the woke culture, like taking down just random stupid shit because they find it offensive.
Well, because they give these people so much power too. Like, do you remember when, like, you know, the ADL said that like Pepe was a hate symbol, and like I feel like they just like gift these people these things. Like, it doesn't belong to anybody, and yet they're just like, oh, we can't sell that shirt anymore. Like, it's kind of really lame. Yeah.
Two quick notes. We need to give a massive thank you and a shout out to
TopLobsta
for creating the incredible art for this episode.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm wearing his stuff right now.
He's incredible. Go to toplobsta.com to pick up his merch. He's the man. And then I wanted to ask, since you described us as lolberts, I would like to hear from you. Which of our takes you hate so much?
I don't remember it. There's just a lot of them.
You know what? I think it might be more constructive to start with how you got to where you're at and what you are, and then maybe that would make sense to then work from there. I don't know I'm not to step on your toes, Clint, but I feel like that's a proper place to start. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you, and how'd you get there?
I love Jose doing the base thing of where Clint asks a woman a question. He's like, hold on. I got it for her.
Let me take over here.
That's what he means, not politically. You're the first woman we've ever talked to.
I mean, we just know you probably haven't gotten here through reading, so we're just curious how you've gone to this position.
Well, no, you're right, though.
What does your husband tell you to believe?
Oh, no. All right.
If you could read, what would you like to read?
Well, I've actually been reading the Unabomber Manifesto, the Industrial Revolution. So that's what I've been
pretty base.
Uncle Ted, let's go.
Uncle Ted, yes.
I have it too.
She just pointed at the audiobook.
It's an easy read, so. The origins are, well, I started off sort of like apolitical, like when I started YouTube, I guess, like apolitical Democrat. Like, oh, I voted for Obama. He's cool. A big NSA enjoyer. You know, if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to fear type of. One of those. Like a centricity type. But I was very, against like SJWs, woke culture, stuff like that. I was anti-gun. I didn't want anybody to have guns. But throughout the years, that all started to change. I guess I've just... Because, I voted for Bernie in 2016. I liked him. I also liked Trump, like his energy, but I didn't like vote for him or anything or support him. But I was like, oh yeah, stick it to the establishment. Like I like that shit. But then with Bernie, I just started doing more getting into not socialism, but social democracy type of thing. But I became more, you guys are lolberts, so you'll enjoy this, more libertarian about guns. Now I'm completely pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment. Definitely not an NSA enjoyer anymore, but definitely far left when it comes to economics and stuff. So
how I got
a question.
Oh, go ahead, Reed.
Yeah, so you've always hated the SJW stuff. Did you ever just try to stay away from it, and did you transition into enraging them constantly? That's kind of what I've done. I tried to stay away from it, and then eventually it's just all right, fuck you guys, and just fully feed into it. Did that happen with you too? Or
well, it was so when I started out, I was I've always been an internet person, but I kind of escaped from that for a little while, and I was working and everything like that, but on Facebook in 2012 is when I started seeing all this SJW feminist type stuff. And, joke policing, tone policing, everything like that. And as a normie at the time, basically, I was what is going on? What is all of this? And that's when I started my channel. I got doxxed. They found where I worked. They told my, boss I was, suicidal. It was really weird. That was all the way back then. But, yeah, just throughout the years, pissing them off more and more. But there was a time, though, a few years ago, probably 2 years ago, not that long ago, where I was you know what? I really care about things. These people aren't annoying anymore. I want to be more sympathetic to them, and that was a short little period of time. But yeah, I don't think they're the most important thing in the world, but they are they're just annoying. They're hall monitors basically, and it's just
well, the problem is once you give into them a little bit, then they just try to take over. You can't there's no end. There's no stopping point for them. It's okay, I'll give you a little bit, and they're nope, you didn't do enough. It's not enough this time. You got to do more and more and more.
The
apologies. Yeah,
apologies. Yep.
Yeah, unless you actually. Sorry.
The entire principle of Tower Power Hour is basically that since bullying became kind of taboo, we now metaphorically stuff the nerds in the lockers because no one likes a hall monitor, so we fucking do it, but on the internet. So that's our thing.
Yeah. Right, because we have the SJWs in our movement, and we went the opposite direction that you did, and we're no, we're going to bully these people.
Yeah.
Meme them until they cry. Oh, who is this that just joined?
Yeah. I try to get people
can't hear nothing.
Hello.
Hang on.
God damn it, Nick.
Nick. Oh.
God. So that's
totally unprepared.
So bad.
But you guys saw them in the replies to me announcing this. You saw them don't use slurs. What was it? Wait, which one?
What a bunch
was
of
it one
goofs.
of you? I don't know.
I run the Twitter. I run the Twitters. So whenever I did see that person said because somebody said this is going to be autistic shithole or something like that.
Yes.
And someone was don't use slurs. And it's you could use literally any other word. And so I said retard.
Yeah.
And I was don't use that either.
So the thing is you guys were all friends joking around, right? This is going to be autistic. Oh, they pop in fucking stick their head through a window excuse me, don't use that language. It's where are you coming from? Let friends joke around with, I don't know, it's just I hate that micromanage HR department. I don't know, but I've learned to focus more on bigger issues, punching up more, not so much them. They're I feel they're fading out of relevancy almost. But
similar on our
maybe that's wishful thinking, but
Nick's audio is so fucked.
So
what the fuck? Nick, fix your audio.
You fucked up the bit.
Right.
Well, what I was gonna say to that was basically Clint's talked about this because Clint started with the during the lockdowns, he's really against the COVID lockdowns and everything. And basically one of Michael Malice's quotes is that these people, these SJWs, they were given a power during the lockdowns of because I'm doing the right thing, like now I can shame you. They gave them even the power that they were losing. They got it back in a way to like shame you into you're not wearing your mask. So I mean,
so you guys are the fuck the masks, fuck the vaccine type of people, or
Yes.
like what? Okay,
Yeah, he definitely is.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, in
Are you?
particular,
You don't seem like a hard vaxxer.
I'm like one of those people where if a store or something is like wear a mask, like do it. Like I don't like it's their place, you know. They have the shirt shoes thing too. It's like, you know, that's their
Especially the
rules.
shoe thing. That's really important.
So it's like
No shoes on your head, damn it.
But like being outside or whatever, like if nobody should shame you for like not doing that, or I don't know. And also I'm like against like vaccine mandates or whatever. I don't. Yeah, but I'm not like anti-vax.
right.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I don't think any of us are anti-vax either. We're just anti-mandates. So, like, we have autonomy. We should be like this is a principle that I had my entire life, and then over the past 12, 18 months, it's like no. And for the record, last summer I was railing against this shit and being called a conspiracy theorist because I thought they were going to roll out vaccine passports, and then hey, sure as fuck, a year later, here they are. Fauci's on TV talking about it openly. It's horrifying.
Yeah, a lot of like oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say we're all 20s to 30-year-old dudes, so it's like it's also doesn't make much sense. I mean, unless we had like an elderly person we lived with or some shit. I'm not against vaccines, but it's also like it's a weighing your risks. So it's like I don't get the flu shot if I don't need to because it's like I'm gonna be fucking fine. And also,
like,
it's not like I live with elderly people. Yeah.
I think like I'm one of those people like you should get the vaccine. Like it's, you know, good so you don't get fucking COVID. But also like if you don't want it, it's like you're only risking yourself. You know what I mean? If someone else is vaccinated, you know, they're not gonna get it. If you're not vaccinated, you might get COVID. You might fucking die. But that's like your choice. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not. I feel like it's a good thing to go get it just because I know people who've like died from it. It's a very serious thing, even though like sometimes it feels like the media will like, you know, overhype it and like kind of fearmonger and stuff like that. It still is. I feel like I, you know, take it seriously, but also like if you don't want to get a vaccine, like that's you. That's your choice. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not COVID truthers. We believe it exists.
Yeah.
We're just like on principle.
I'm like, what are these guys?
I'm kind of surprised you're not more ardent against it because I mean, you being more from the socialist side, this is very much the private companies being essentially kowtowed by the state to do shit like this. So this is exactly what you guys have been screeching about forever. I'm kind of surprised you aren't. Not that you aren't, but you aren't more ardent against this shit. Because like even like you said with like the companies, like if it wasn't for the fucking state, they wouldn't have required the masks. You know what I mean? And maybe they would have, but it's also like we don't know because the state fucked with it. And so it's like now you have this like shitty merger of corporate and state. So
well, I call that government 1 and government 2 coming together.
Yeah.
We do too. I mean, what's weird is like when we were kind of talking about like what does she believe in, and we are like, okay, well, you're anti-war, right? Major, like that's number one. I actually had a posted a meme the other day because Murray Rothbard, who is like number one ANCAP, basically created ANCAPs.
He's one of the good Jews.
He's one of the best. He loves kids, by the way.
Oh no!
Hey, by the way, guys.
I cannot believe you motherfuckers have betrayed me so badly by having a vile white female on the show and a leftist no less. What are we doing, boys? You're letting the simping get to you? You bunch of disgusting simps. Look, I've got a surprise for you, gentlemen. Look who I found. Tell them what's up.
What's happening, guys?
Now listen, my dad says you guys need to stop right now because this is white women must be stopped, okay? This is not white women must be highlighted and given the spotlight. White women must be stopped. Tell them white women must be stopped, Dad.
White women must be stopped.
That's right. White women must be stopped. Fuck y'all. I was already mad because of Jose's shitty position on baseball. Now you have a vile white female socialist on the show. I'm out. Fuck you guys.
Baseball is gay.
I love that bit. Kate tried to come on 3 times and he finally got it.
He stuck the landing finally.
He did.
he was like in the chat, like he's like, let me in, I'm in. It's amazing.
want him
Drop
to
it in the chat for Nick Ashley, by the way.
I think there's actually some common ground between your position and ours, because as far as I can tell, the only difference of opinion that we have is on capitalism versus socialism. Otherwise, I think we see things almost identically. So my question for you is, why is it that, given that, like, well, all right, let me start by saying the ANCAPs in particular over the past year have definitely taken note of the alliance that big business has with government, and we are no longer running cover whatsoever for big business. That includes pharma, that includes, you know, Amazon's, all the people that benefited from the lockdowns, we now fucking actively despise and go against. So I think that we're coming more to your side in terms of like fighting against the biggest of businesses, but only because they're in bed with government. I always find it interesting that socialists in particular, given that you guys also identify so many of the evils of the state, that would then turn around and rely on them for wealth redistribution. Why is it that you think that's possible or practical?
Well, like, that's the reason why I'm not a full socialist. I'm more like a social democrat, just because I'm more like realistic about it. Like, it would be great if we had a great government that wasn't corrupt and crazy and like just, you know, redistributed the wealth, shared the wealth or whatever. Because like, what I like to call it, like the sugar daddy state, right? That's my ideal like thing, where they leave you alone. They're not Big Brother, but they'll like help the poor. It will be like a safety net for people.
Sure, you definitely don't need a state for that. I'll be a sugar daddy any day.
I was like, you want a sugar daddy? Is that what you're saying?
If that's all she needs, I got it.
All right,
we can abolish the government. We have found a meeting of the minds, folks.
Holy shit,
I just love old white men who usually are already like in the tip top of government are now just gonna be sugar daddies. Just coming down. Just like...
It's like I'm trying, like it's the opposite of a Big Brother or like, you know, mommy state or something. So it's like, you know, it's like they'll leave you the fuck alone. Like you'll have civil liberties and everything like that, but you know they'll just help people out. It will be like a safety net for people who
You can
like
fuck
need
whoever
it.
you want. I'll send you money. But when I'm in town, you're mine.
Top
Oh
Lobsta's.
God.
His comment is so great. Democracy is the title of this episode's thumbnail, which is hilarious.
It is. It's 5 black guys standing behind a couch voting on what one white woman does.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Should we add Josh to the stream here?
Should we?
Or we're gonna let him grift?
God.
Here. Wow.
That was pretty. He got done with his.
What's up, retards?
Josh, what's up?
And white woman.
Hello.
How's it going? How
Josh,
you
no
doing?
here. You platform Nazis. You're not allowed here.
Yeah, I'm a Nazi platformer. Definitely big time.
Oh, okay.
My half Israeli self.
Oh,
Hugh,
Josh,
what's your opinion on the whole Palestine thing? I saw on your latest Hell Word thing you kind of touched on that. So I think you're pretty based. You seem to not be a fan of the Jews. So I think you have.
Jiminy Christmas. Holy
She's
fuck.
she's like Ryan Dawson, and she's only against the Jewish supremacists.
yeah,
That's how it works.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, the question. No, I'm like pro-Palestine. I don't like the occupation of Israel, what they're doing, and I feel like, you know, there's that two-state thing, but like.
But wait. But God said that's their land. So
Apartheid bad. Apartheid bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my position. Yeah.
How stoned
If we abolish
are you,
socialism,
Shoe?
You won't have a military. So.
I'm not stoned. This is just how I am on live.
You're not stoned? Are you? Don't you? I thought you always got stoned before you went on camera. I thought that was
No.
just part of your thing.
No. No,
I just
I'm
love how Josh comes in and refuses to explain who he is. He just comes in.
It's like,
He did. He's a Nazi platformer.
you know,
I'm fucking nobody, dude. I'm a fucking nobody.
yeah, I got. the
Once
gist
you
of it.
mention you're part of the Libertarian Party, she's gonna be like, "All right, deuces, guys, I'm fucking
Oh
out."
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
sit
God,
on.
the Libertarian.
I actually sit on the Libertarian National Committee. If you
that's
can
a
believe
super
that.
Really?
chat. So that's only fair. I highlighted.
Yeah.
Oh no!
6 million too high, too low. What do you think?
It's just right.
Jose, you know how to.
Like a
Horrid.
stop.
So,
It's just right.
Well, wait a minute though.
I had someone try to get me removed from the Libertarian National Committee for my show last night. By the way, did you guys check that out?
Yeah, we
What
saw
was
that.
your
That was
show?
I didn't see that.
I'm on Break the Cycle. Shoe, I've been trying to get you on my fucking show for like a year. Come on, what's wrong with you?
Oh wait, oh it's you.
Yeah, that's me. It's okay. It's okay.
This
It's
dude
all right.
really wants us to define Lolbert. I think we should have Shoe define Lolbert first,
Yeah,
because
she's calling us. So
Sure.
Yeah.
what that means.
When I'm in power in my reign, the libertarians will be thrown into the pit. But you guys are cool, so I'll spare you.
The pit. I don't know. That sounds a little better than the gulag, maybe. I don't know.
the wall sounds cooler.
Are you a big fan of Vosh?
He's one of my really good friends. Why?
Yeah. Oh, I just was wondering if you were friends with that guy. I was hoping that when he went on Timcast the other day, that instead of having that weird TPUSA guy show up, it'd just be that dude from fucking that pedophile show. Like, have a seat.
Oh no!
Chris Hansen. Did Chris Hansen himself get accused of pedophilia?
I don't know, dude. I don't watch that shit.
He's like telling himself to just sit down in his own house now.
Hey, there's
why
like-
don't you take a seat right here?
I will tell you guys. I'll get you guys onto Vosh's show or him on here, and
No.
you can talk.
No thanks, white lady. Hey,
We'll do it.
On Tower Gang, wouldn't we? Tower
Yeah,
Gang.
he come on here. Yeah.
there's like 500 there's like 500 people watching you guys right now, and if you're not subscribing to the Tower Power Hour, you're probably fucking stupid, and you should just leave right now.
No,
Or
if you
It
can
is
get
not
Bosch-
time
if
for
you can get Bosch
plugs.
to come on Liberty Lockdown. I love to enrage the libertarians that follow me. So please, that would be amazing.
don't. I'm not simping my own show here, Clint. Jesus Christ.
As you have Break the Cycle and fucking neon behind you, you fucking freaking ass.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to make it flash or something? I can do that too.
On to the real question.
Here we
Shoe
go.
on head. We're sticking with serious stuff. Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at that.
Way
Check
too
that out.
early.
No,
Well,
we're doing it now.
Jose.
We're doing it now. Fuck, marry, kill. You've got to know us. You got to pick one for each category. Fuck, marry, kill.
She's
Keep in
gonna
mind,
kill all
I
of
have the
us.
most
I'm
money.
killing you
I have the
all.
most money. Before you decide, I have the most money.
That's not how hypotheticals work, Shoe.
I have the most
I'm
kids.
a socialist.
I have the most kids.
Are you like? You think it's a brag that you have the most money?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, you're done, bro.
Yeah, it is. Socialism.
Okay, yeah, he goes to the gulag. He's.
You just got killed, Clint.
Yeah,
you got killed, buddy.
You were actually just killed.
All right.
He's
Hey,
the
I don't know
bourgeoisie.
if I'm
So.
poor, but I look like I'm. So that's got to give me something.
Oh my god. No, I gotta kill you all. I'm sorry. Sorry. When
that's
you-
a lot.
That's the most
called
based
it.
answer.
You just left-
socialist answer.
You just left 7 orphans.
I'm not-
Congratulations.
Oh no! Wait! What?
Yeah, I have 7 kids. Thank you.
No.
Okay, wait. No, you survive.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Jose has kids too, Josh.
Yeah, not 7 of them though. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I learned
Oh my
to kill
God,
him
that's
after
This
the
guy
conflict.
fucks. You know what I mean?
Did you think?
This is like a trolley problem.
Yes,
Like, do I kill the
exactly.
7 kids, or do I
I mean,
kill
I don't-
the 2 kids? Or
Lot lizards have kids, so I don't know how many are out there.
Yeah, he's a trucker. He's got somewhere.
Okay.
Somewhere.
That's actually it's a better question, isn't it? If you have to kill either Josh or Jose, which
Gulag,
one?
genocide, and subsidize.
By the way, Jose's very, very short. Like really short. So if you're
He's
gonna
even
kill
shorter than
somebody,
I
it's easier to kill short people. You know.
I don't know. I have a low center of gravity. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like 220, 5'5". I will fuck you up.
This dude's wider than he is tall. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Chode.
Yeah.
The show.
Basically.
Chode and Toad show. You guys need your own show.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we like the short kings here, right? We respect them.
Based short
That's
kings.
true.
Show your
Based
arms.
short
Show your arms, Jose. Come
Show
on, put them up.
armpits.
Show armpits, buddy.
Here.
There it is. We knew that was coming.
Wait, are those the pits that Shoe is sending us to?
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Oh, there's a Jose Pitts account, by the way, if you guys don't know that now.
You're gonna go to those pits.
It's right next to Reed's mustache. It's
Yeah, who the fuck runs those accounts?
I do not know.
It's like, there's so many parody accounts down there. They're all
by
so
the way, yeah.
stupid. Like, the time
No,
has
that's-
passed, man. I'm not following you.
Where's Clint's goatee? That hasn't come out yet. I haven't seen that.
I was
Do
hoping
you-
I was hoping someone would make a Joshua Smith, like a fat Joshua Smith account, but then I realized I am the fat Joshua Smith account, and so then I was just like, well, fuck, what are they gonna do? I don't know.
Shoe, do you have any parody accounts? Do you have people that have parodied you and like,
Oh, I'm sure.
or made accounts like fan accounts like that?
I've had people do like the troll accounts where they'll like pretend to be me, which are always funny. But I have like dedicated like woke people counts who like keep tabs on all the problematic shit I do. They like post it. I have like a few of them. They're interesting. Yeah, and they always like make me look a lot cooler than I am. Like,
wait, was that the one that said that you said nigger on your your
Jesus.
show.
There goes the account.
we're dropping the N-bomb.
There goes the account. There goes the whole YouTube account. It's gone.
We made it to monetization.
You know, there was somebody who said I would leave if you dropped an N-bomb, and I'm not gonna leave. So,
Hell yeah.
just to defy them.
There were about 7 or 8 of them dropped on our last episode. So
I think
But we had an
Shoe just
Asian.
issued
We
a
had an
challenge
Asian
to us
on.
there.
We had an Asian on, so it was okay.
This is just
think
the
that's how it works.
ANCAP energy. To me, ANCAP, by the way, is the most nonsensical ideology.
Dope. Let's go.
Okay, 'cause, like,
Why don't you go ahead
You
and
done
tell all
fucked
your
up now,
theories?
Shoe. You done fucked up now.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us all your theory here that you know of.
Wait, she's gotta explain what Lolbert means, because that's what she.
Yeah, I really do want because I want to go back and forth on what Lolbert means.
And I just want to clear it up. He actually said dinger. It wasn't.
I did
the
say
N-bomb,
dinger.
so,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, dinger,
So-
but we said both.
Please,
So-
let her answer.
So, like, I feel like your ideology will, like, just send us right to the cyberpunk universe. I feel like
Sounds dope.
Yeah, is that a problem?
It's just- oh man, I always hate these flying cars and medicine that can literally heal anybody and cybernetic implants.
No,
Oh damn.
like, or RoboCop. Maybe that's a better.
This is the best argument that I've heard against
Oh my
you.
god!
We need you on our side making our arguments.
You make ANCAP stand sound dope.
Right, no, you know what I mean? Where like just corporations just run wild.
No.
No?
Because there would actually be competition because we wouldn't have a government that empowers big business.
There would be
to
no
monopolize industries.
There'd be no corporations in the way that you know them today
Right.
at all, because corporations are granted corporation status by the state. So
Creation
Yeah.
of the state.
the reason why they're so big and out of control is because the state has given them protectionist policies. They have their own fucking personal lobbyists that go and lobby on behalf of the corporations. They're constantly, but this is the funny thing, they're constantly simping for socialist policies. They're lobbyists from these corporations for a fucking reason. They have literally convinced an entire generation of socialists that they're these great socialist advocates, but they're only doing that because those policies.
What corporation?
Right, but
Who?
they're actually.
I feel like it's libs, like liberals. You're talking about.
Right, but they're
Socialists?
actually
Same
actually
thing.
fascists. Though. Like I think they're kind of trying to use socialist language, but what they're doing is actually
What is-
fascism.
Can we rewind? What is socialist like? I feel like you're talking about, like when they say like we support Black Lives Matter, gay pride, whatever. Is that
Well,
what
no,
you're
they do that
No,
to bring
no.
the socialists over to their side because that's the
Right.
rhetoric that the socialists use. But
Yeah.
the socialism is just the collective ownership of the means of production, right? That's really like the most basic.
Socialism is when the government does stuff.
Yeah, right. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I
Okay.
had to do it once.
I don't believe that. I believe
Also-
that the entire government is what my shirt says right now. It's the mafia masquerading as a human rights organization is what the government.
By the way,
is.
we've
Dave
reached
Smith,
the
right?
mansplaining part of the episode. So.
Yeah, we're gonna let's all mansplain now. No,
Well,
no.
Oh wait, keep going. No,
I've
No,
been
you go.
spreading this whole time already. so.
Amazon,
And I
for
manscaped a little while ago.
Amazon,
already,
for
so-
instance, pushed the $15 minimum wage.
Yep.
Do you think they did that for
well,
altruistic purposes, or did they do it because they knew that it would put small mom and pop businesses out of work?
Well,
I mean,
an example of this is what you alluded to earlier too, with the lockdown.
Let her answer,
stuff.
Toad.
well, like Amazon treats their employees like shit. Like I feel like they should get
yeah. So do
$15.
socialists.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait,
No,
is that even-
I do
Okay.
think in general that like good libertarians and good leftists talk past each other on economics because they tend to both hate fascism, and the good leftists are calling fascism capitalism, and then the good libertarians are calling fascism socialism. And I think it's kind of counterproductive. Like we don't like socialism either, but we hate the idea of corporations getting bailouts from the government and being empowered by, shutting down small businesses and making it easier for them. So I think we actually agree on economics in some areas too that we don't believe we do, because we both hate fascism, which is basically what we live under.
Right, that's what I was about to bring up with the lockdown stuff. I think it was intentional in a lot of ways, where what the government wanted to do is run a bunch of small businesses out of business so that we'd be in a situation with mostly just larger businesses, ones that are going to actually carry out the state's agenda, which does include like vaccines, masks, stuff like that. So we're only left with Walmart, Amazon, like things like that, big corporations that will do that will cater to the state. And yeah, then it is fascism, as you said. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's just when the government does things.
Yeah. Well, I think
How high is Reed though? Can we talk? Reed, are you stoned right now, buddy?
I mean,
Yeah,
I just had my drug test, so I'm good for that.
I will say,
to get into a hotel?
I've been reading a lot more of the lefty anarchists lately, and I think good socialists and good like ANCAPs, if you like read them, they're describing a lot of the same shit just by different terms.
I'd take Murray Bookchin over Karl Marx any day of the week, and twice on Tuesday for sure.
I feel like the bottom unity is achievable because in an ANCAP or ANCOM society, you can just go off and do your fucking own shit, right? You can have your little ANCAPistan, you can have your little communist thing. So I feel like that's.
But when we asked you who you wanted to fuck, marry, and kill, you threw us all into a pit. This is fucking socialism. You're like, no, we can get along. Pit.
Okay.
Right away.
But
this is why bottom unity is unattainable.
until you guys send in the fucking Mick police or whatever.
The Mick
That's
police.
when
I got bottom unity in college one time. It was pretty fun.
You had your ass crack spackled?
I didn't say that, dude. Jesus fuck. Take your mind out of the gutter, Toad.
Reed and I practiced nothing but bottom unity over the past week. So
Yeah, my biggest problem. So here's my biggest problem with ANCOMs, and typically, I know a few ANCOMs, and even people who call themselves libertarian socialists, like my friend Kevin Shaw, who are pretty based and are like, yo, we just want to have our own fucking commune that's communal, and we share shit, and we work together, and everything's fine. But there's a lot of ANCOMs that call themselves ANCOMs and are fucking full bore like tanky Marxists, right? And they just carry the red and black flag, and they're like, yeah, Kropotkin, but they're like, reading fucking like Marx on the side, and they're like, yeah, but we're gonna get all these capitalists and shoot them in the head. You know what I mean? It's like
Charlie Kirk has called himself a libertarian, and so has Ted Cruz. So you have that on the right.
Yeah. It just seems to be more rampant on the left for me. I mean, there's a lot of libertarians. Libertarians. I just call everybody fucking libertarian, anyways. But on my side of things, they're like, look, we just want to fucking be able to freely trade with each other and have the government stay the fuck out of our lives. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know, dude. I just see it more rampant on the left, and I spend a lot of time with the right. So I don't know.
Are you guys like the taxes are theft? Are you?
Oh yeah. Fuck taxes.
Yeah. By the way, that was something that was also in your replies a lot. Where like these fucking idiots think taxation is coercion. What the fuck? And I was like, I didn't know if that was one of yours opinions, or was just one of those other people that are in your comments a lot that you're kind of like. Nah,
well, like to me, like I wish there was no taxes. Like I feel like
fucking based.
Like poor people, middle class people. I feel like why? Like they fucking suck. But if we're gonna live in a society, I feel like listen.
Oh god damn.
Listen, all right.
Wish I had lipstick. I could start putting on the Joker smile.
If we all put $1 in the jar, all right, then everyone, you know what I mean? Everyone gets.
I agree. Voluntarily.
Shut up, Jose. Jesus fuck.
Okay, wait. I think the IRS sucks though, and people shouldn't be arrested for not paying their taxes.
Have you ever read anything about mutualism?
Yes. No.
Okay.
I don't read.
You should listen. You should read Proudhon, and you might find what you're looking for there.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
I call it Coonhound, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I see the country as a big family. We all need to help each other, right? I feel like we all have a duty to do that. And I feel like libertarianism, economic libertarianism at least, is sort of selfish in a way, where it's just fuck it, I got mine, or whatever.
I literally just offered to be your sugar daddy. This is unbelievable. Oh yeah, I'm so selfish. Take my
Bro,
money.
bro, have you
I
seen?
don't think you guys
Wait,
are selfish. Like you're all assholes and you're terrible people.
Jesus fucking! I adopted 2 kids, so the state didn't take them. You fucking asshole! Hey,
Hold on, Josh. Do you believe there should be? Do you think there should be a national divorce, or do you think the United States should continue on how it's going, or like? I know there's been big proponents of a national divorce of saying, okay, there's no way we're going to be able to get along, continue getting along.
Should we
Like
secede? Should we
secession.
Should the country
Like
break up?
from like left and right states, you mean?
just
Basically, almost, yeah.
However you would see it happening, yeah.
I'll take it.
Like,
We just want to bring back
I don't
slavery in
think
the South.
so.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all we're about. So,
I don't think so. No, it's gonna be round 2, and it's not gonna go well. So.
Well, what
So you think
you're
it's gonna be
talking
better?
about is mutual aid, and it is like completely fine with libertarianism,
yeah,
like
we all
100%.
buy that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Believe it or not, despite preconceived notions about libertarians, we are all for helping your community and doing so voluntarily. We just don't want it to be coerced or forced. That's it. That's the only difference.
I'm just ready for Shoe's next clickbait title. Is this going to be in all caps? I'm a libertarian? Exclamation point.
We'll title this episode.
funny
"Is Shoe
is-
a libertarian?"
Well, you guys will not agree with this, but for like in 2019, I called myself a social libertarian. Does that make any sense to you? That's probably like
A little bit.
Funny.
Okay,
It's a
good.
mutualist. You're a mutualist. I bet that's what you are.
Magnus is here now. What's up, bro? What's up, man?
Damn it.
We got more lefties in here now.
I was gonna say we had to balance out the leftiness. You needed at least one more lefty person here. Poor Shoe's just getting dogged by Rothbardianism.
It was really starting to look like the thumbnail. Really,
I was gonna
really
say,
quick.
you saw the thumbnail. You knew what you were in for.
I literally commented, I'm like, the thumbnail's coming to real life.
People were like so offended by that thumbnail, like for me. They were like, "This is disgusting." It's like, what? I think it's funny. Like,
Yeah, you have
chill
the
out. What?
you have the lefties jumping to protect your virtues.
There was that one guy that was just like, "Of course, these incels, these white incels." Like,
I got 7 kids. This dude fucks. You know what I mean?
I just left that guy's mom's house though.
I've been married for 10 years. This dude doesn't fuck that much. So
You used to though, Jose. I'm sure.
I used to.
Yeah. Magnus, I think I was representing the left side pretty well here.
Yeah, you brought up Proudhon. I was very impressed.
And Bookchin.
And Bookchin. Both of my boys. I love both of them.
Guys, Shoe, do you even know who Magnus is?
She follows me
he's
on Twitter.
he's the guy that I
He's super
follow him.
based.
He gave the speech on the
He
courthouse
came
steps
came
about-
right from his big igloo. That's for sure.
Yeah. You can see the big igloo in the background, by the way.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, nah, okay. So, how many guns do all of you own? And
Bunches.
16.
I actually
I
own
knew
that.
all women are fed.
Nice try, Fed.
Yeah.
Fed.
Zero because I'm a terrible boat
You were
driver.
supposed to say, I was about to say, you're supposed to say you lost them in a boating accident.
Yeah,
Yeah,
zero.
we stopped with that. We stopped with that when the tyranny became overt. We're like,
Oh, okay.
no, we own
Yeah,
guns.
I own 16.
We don't throw our guns in the water anymore. We got them now. You know what I mean?
We went on fishing trips after the lockdown started, and we got them all back.
Yeah.
Scuba diving, really.
Yeah.
You're a gun like proponent now, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Do you have or I want to ask if you have guns. Do you go shoot guns at least?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. You just got called Riley Reid. This is too much.
We had-
I think
a little bit
libertarians
of
really are
representation.
incels. Oh, there you go.
A little bit of representation, you know.
Yeah.
I've never shot like an AR-15 or whatever though.
What?
Aren't you
Well,
from?
I mean,
aren't you?
you're from New York. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They're not. They're
You
not
have to
scary.
sacrifice your firstborn child to touch one of those over there. So.
I've shot a shotgun though. Those are cool.
Yeah. So
The first time I
do the
shot
people
one-
in Australia. You know what I mean? So.
your
yeah.
post about like if you get killed by the cops, they're gonna use that one picture of you pointing the fucking.
Yeah. I've shot the first time I shot one though, like I was shooting. What are those things? The frisbee things.
Skeet.
Skeet.
Joshua,
Yeah.
we were all
Skeet,
getting along.
motherfucker. Skeet.
And fucking my dumbass, like, didn't put it on my shoulder or anything. It was like this.
Ouch.
You were shooting it like an African.
It was like in my face. But I got it on camera, so that was funny.
No, we can't talk. We can't talk about how universal healthcare is the only way to fix the healthcare system because it's not. It's bullshit. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh,
That's probably my biggest problem with the left is the healthcare shit. It fucking drives me absolutely insane.
Wait, hold on though. Do you think our system was like good?
No, it's garbage. And it's
No.
garbage because the government fucked it up. It used to be great. When I was a kid, we could go down to the doctor's office and we paid $5 to see the doctor. It was great. Right out of pocket. The government fucked it up by subsidizing.
10 years old.
Yeah. No, they fucked it up and people going around the country thinking that the government is going to fix what they fucked up. When has the government ever fixed what they fucked up? Ever. We're the first democracy, like literally like giant country democracy in history. Before us, there was only monarchies, right? And this democracy has got us here where we're at today. It's bullshit.
Yeah, but like
National divorce
we're
now.
like the only fucking we're like one of the only countries.
And it's
who
garbage.
doesn't like-
We would be better off. Hold up. We would be better off.
monarchy.
Wait, so
We would be
what-
better off with a benevolent monarchy
I
than we
agree.
are
Okay.
with this fucking bullshit. I mean, just
Wait.
that's plain and simple.
Magnus smoking, giving the side eye.
Wait, what do you think would be better? What's your healthcare plan?
Abolish the government.
Exactly.
and
Get the
free-
fucking government
and allow
right.
competition.
We got
Free
to get the
market,
government out of it completely. We got to get rid of patent laws. Patent laws have fucked the healthcare up more than anything in the world. I mean, ever of all time. You know, when you can go and buy an orphan drug that 50,000 people in the country are on, right? And you can buy it. You can go and buy the company that makes it or whatever, and renew a patent on it, and nobody can fucking make it for the next 10 years, and you can jack the price up as high as you want. That's what's fucking it up. But the government grants that shit.
Yeah,
Why
I did a show just yesterday with Dan Berman, and the whole thing he does is he goes to
I love him,
Mexico
dude.
and buys insulin for
Taxation
$12
is that guy?
and then
Yes.
smuggles it across the border and sells it to
Wait,
people at
that's
cost.
awesome.
Wait,
awesome.
you talked to Matthew McConaughey? What?
He's literally
No.
running like a modern Dallas Buyers Club. He's just living
Yeah.
in
He's got
Texas
to
and
do.
going
No,
across the border.
he's got to get it across the border. Then he's got to give it away for free. That would be base.
Yeah,
Well, he gives it away at cost.
You need
Yeah,
profit
he
incentives.
sells
God.
it exactly how much he buys it for.
Yeah, he doesn't make any money off of it. And so there are these insulin pins, the pins.
I know we all want to
That's
prove how
base.
smart we are, but I would really like to hear Shue's like counter argument because we
Okay.
just hammered her with shit.
Right. Well, I was just
Oh no, I'm really curious. I don't really like. I've never
why
talked
do you
to
believe
a
that?
libertarian about what they think a good healthcare plan is. Like, I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
the libertarian healthcare plan is just like, oh, sorry,
Honestly,
pull yourself
the
up by your poop straps. You got
No, it would be
cancer.
mutualism. It would be mutualism
Okay.
for those that can't get
Right.
service. We would band together as a community to help. If we weren't paying half
Yeah,
our
but
fucking
you
income in
think
taxes,
you think people are that selfless and like good though? Because like
Yes.
we have
Yeah.
that's how
GoFundMe.
it worked prior
Right.
to the income tax.
Yeah,
But,
like
like,
a lot of
people-
small doctors would do that. Yeah, like
But like
Go ahead.
people have to like try to go viral on fucking GoFundMe to get any sort of help. And it's like
That's under this
if you're
modern
not some
paradigm.
cute little kid, nobody's gonna give a fuck. Like you know what I mean? Like how I don't.
That's right now, though. That's right now, though.
Right.
It
I agree
wasn't
with you
always
right
like
now.
that. It wasn't always like that in the United States, right? It used to be this really easy to get fucking insurance was really cheap. If you didn't have insurance, medical care was really cheap, and that had nothing to do with government-run healthcare and everything to do with a free. I don't say free market to lefties anymore because it just scares them right the fuck off. I like to say consumer-driven market now. It's the same thing, but it doesn't scare the lefties off as much. But if you go back to a consumer-driven market where the government doesn't have their fucking hands and everything, the healthcare and insurance companies are not going to be subsidized by shit anymore. They're going to want to make a dollar, and they're not going to be able to make a dollar without giving people cheaper healthcare. Period.
Yeah.
That's how it was back in the day, and that's what we need to get back to.
just
Right,
great.
well-
Right, Grover
Well, like-
Cleveland was president, and there's this giant hurricane in Texas, and Congress voted to give $10,000 to farmers in Texas to like regenerate their crops or whatever. And he vetoed the bill, and he said, "It's not the government's job to bail them out. I am going to personally contribute and start this private fund." And then the United States ended up privately, charitably raising $100,000 and gave it to Texas instead of
Cleveland is
$10,000.
based, man. That was like the precursor to the Cajun Navy, Cajun Navy outperformed FEMA, man.
Shoot, to give you an idea of like kind of the overarching problem that we see, at least from my vantage point, is that the Federal Reserve basically made it so that the government grew to a size that is completely untenable. So you now have from every layer you build upon this problem. So now, because the government has subsidized student loans, now doctors have to pay $250,000 to go to medical school. That increases costs. Then you have all the regulatory agencies that go into drug production and everything else. Like all of this, in our vantage point, is just a product of governance. So that's why we're ANCAPs. And we believe that capitalism would solve this if the government would get the fuck out of the way and stop taxing us to death and inflating the currency.
So can I to interject here? My main thing with like the Medicare for all thing is having a public option wouldn't be totally impossible if we didn't spend so much metric fuck tons of money on other stupid bullshit. So like my main argument, and I guess Shue might be able to jump off of this, is it would be more possible if, obviously like not fully a public system, but more of a single public option would be more possible if we didn't spend, I don't know, $60 trillion on war or some stupid shit. Like,
did you see that plane that we paid for? It was like $1 trillion and then it failed.
Oh, the F-32 Raptor, or
the $2,500 pens the Air Force bought.
A third of our national budget goes to war, and we're over here going, we need free healthcare in college. How about we stop the fucking wars first? You know what I mean?
I think I tweeted this out like a while ago, but it's been something I've said for a while. Was I would rather if like we went back in time to like before, like 2000, and instead of spending all the money we did on war, just literally give that money back to the people. I'd take that any day of the week. Just end the wars and still give the money out. Still spend the money. Just don't kill people.
Or what about
take that?
What about the stimulus bills we've had over the last year and a half? Like, imagine if all of those had just gone to people instead of like, gender studies in Pakistan and new tanks for Sudan and corporations or whatever. Like, I mean, where they put the money.
Don't forget Israel.
Bro, I got 7 kids. I got 7 kids. I don't know what you're talking about. My stimulus has been great.
Not so much.
Oh wait, you're getting the child tax credit, right?
Yeah, which is really just my own fucking money given back to me. Like, oh, here we're so benevolent. Have your own fucking money back.
Well, it's like distributed better in a way. It's like your mom saw you, right? Instead of just
it's my own money.
Well, hey,
what do you mean distributed better? It'd be better if they didn't take it out of my fucking paycheck.
In truth, it's my money. They're taking it from me and they're giving it to me.
That's untrue.
Right?
I get taxed a lot. I used to get taxed a lot.
Listen, I'm paying for those 7 kids, all right?
Yeah, that's true. Like, the 2 successful ones in here are Clint and Shue.
That's bullshit. I make good money, first of all. I get taxed a fucking lot.
You have 7 kids. You're poor.
Before I got all 7 kids, I got taxed a lot for a lot of years. Now that I have 7 kids, the federal government takes like $5 out of every check. But they used to take a lot more. And the state still fucks me. That's how it works,
So the solution is to become a breeder, and that's how you defeat the government.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm going to breed. I'm going to breed the entire country of libertarians. That's what I'm going to do.
I'll say this, Shue. If there was a button that we could hit where it would end all the wars and all of those funds would go towards national health care, we would hit that button. Like, that is our priority, is ending the wars. Yeah. I still think it's a terrible option, and I still think that it would not give you the result that you believe it would. But yeah, if I have to choose the 2 bad paths, I would.
I'm sorry. Somebody said my mic was very gainy. I think it was because I used filters on OBS, and I did forgot to turn my gain down. I'm really sorry. I apologize.
What about all the European countries or Canada and stuff like that who like
fake and gay?
It's such a good counter argument.
They don't actually exist.
Okay.
No. What about it?
So I dated a Canadian for like 5 years. I saw the healthcare system.
Sorry.
I saw that.
Sorry, I came too fast. I'm sorry.
Literally, you go into like emergency or whatever. The only thing you pay for is like a parking ticket, and then you just fucking and then that's it. And then you tell I would talk to like doctors there, be like, oh, yeah, I'm American. They'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Right, but then during a pandemic, you fly back to your country and you're forced into a hotel for 14 days, and you're not allowed to own guns, and I don't know.
Listen, snow Mexicans really don't have it as well as it sounds like they have.
No, I know. Obviously, Canada has its issues.
They're maple monkeys, sir.
Yeah. I was gonna say I live in Detroit, and they drive across the bridge to buy milk because it's like $10 a gallon over there because the taxes are so bad.
Yeah, my cousin lived in Montreal, and he drove to like Concord, New Hampshire every day to work because it was just better than in Canada, and they moved back because.
But we're America, so we can do it better. That's what I mean.
I agree.
Yeah. She got to you with the nationalism. That's how she brings you over.
She's right. We should do it better because we're not as socialist as them.
No.
I got my freaking Olympics shirt on today.
Oh, so you're a real big supporter of Grace McCollum, right?
Oh God. Oh God.
She just now realized what.
God damn.
Anyway, yeah, no. What about a public option? No.
If it's voluntary, then
What does that mean, though? Okay.
We're voluntarians.
Yeah,
So-
it's
so-
like-
It might be an
Okay,
improvement.
This was actually a thing back in like the early 20s. There were fraternal societies, and I believe like over half of the United States population was part of a fraternal society where they actually did pay dues into basically a big pot, and then they took care of each other. But it was all voluntary until I believe whenever I think during the Great Depression they finally went away.
FDR.
Whenever it was
so.
FDR kind of took them out because they kind of started some sort of socialized healthcare.
Yeah.
Shue, are you a national socialist?
Oh.
Well, no.
She dated a Canadian, so
No. That's,
I had to get that one for
that
garbage
term is,
man.
that
Dude.
term is a little been a little tainted.
It's got a
Yeah.
stigma around it, a little stigma.
Yeah, just a
yeah.
little bit.
But no, to back that up, there's actually a really cool stat. I think it was from 2018, where the amount of private charity almost exactly matched government welfare spending, and that's even under taxation. I think it was like 52 million in government welfare spending and like 50 million in private charity, which is crazy. I didn't even know it was that much, but probably it's like all the Mormons just dumping money. I would assume.
Well, there's also I saw a thing once, and it was saying, okay, so that charity. So they put up how much money is gone toward administration costs between charity and the government healthcare, and it was just like 80% of the money given to the government is lost during administration fees, and then like only 20. It was like an inverse, like of 20% were lost in administration fees with private charity. So it was like even more efficient to get out to people. So
what do you think about Ron Paul? Shue?
Yeah, what is wrong?
Oh, Ron Paul was like like Obama was like one of the first politicians people that I like.
You're covering your microphone, I think.
Your microphone's slowly dying on you.
She dropped it into water. She was
Hello?
measuring. She was measuring
Yeah,
its dip
better.
to ash.
Okay, wait, is this better?
yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Okay.
You were slowly going underwater.
Oh, I don't know what happened. No, but like back when I wasn't very political, and I was just like, Obama seems cool. Like Ron Paul was the other guy. I was like, oh, Ron Paul seems cool.
You were
So
so close to taking the right path.
Oh,
and
man.
then
You
Bernie
have no
happened.
idea how
No,
close
like-
you were.
One of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
No,
and then Bernie
I did
happened.
wanna
I
ask
was
you-
like,
okay,
oh,
so-
this dude's cool.
Okay,
Say
so
me and
about
Clint
Bernie.
got to see him live just a couple days ago. So
He endorsed me last year, if you can believe that.
really,
That's
Yep.
cool.
I got
Okay, about
I got like a
Bernie.
3-minute video endorsement from Ron Paul.
I gave him a
Okay.
blowjob
Nice.
at Y'all Revolution, so whatever.
Oh,
every time I look at the chat, I just see something awful, and then Jose immediately fucking hides it.
every time.
Clint's
All right, we-
one-upping
we-
Dave Smith, by the way, with that Ron Paul blowjob. So
Yeah, Dave didn't want to do it. He was like, "Oh, Carol, blah blah blah." I was like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." Give me that
Didn't
dick."
like that was the Young Liberty thingy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
young
Yeah.
man.
Okay. Didn't like Ron Paul like pretend he wasn't there and then
Yeah.
he showed up? Like that's
Yeah.
really cool, yeah.
How do
It was
you
like
know
better than
about
Double
this?
Jeopardy.
Oh, okay.
This is
What's
my
the-
tweet.
Dude,
I,
dude, Furlow, he showed
I
up
have-
in Pit Vipers, said the N-word, and blamed it on Jeffrey Tucker.
Okay. No, I have eyes everywhere in all different
Holy
communities.
shit.
she still works for the NSA, man. She lied to us.
Yeah, she's a part of the NSA.
Yeah, I tweeted out that video live, so you saw it. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard like
Oh,
everyone was like,
damn it.
"Oh, Ron Paul, yeah."
Damn.
Well, I did want to ask about Bernie. So, why was Bernie such a big thing for you back in 2016?
Well, because he had like that so the first video I ever saw of Bernie was, well, first of all, I took an online test, who would you support? And I was like, who fuck is Bernie Sanders? That's who I got. It was like 90%. I'm like,
Yeah, I
who's this?
side with that.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
socialist.
that's
Such a great.
So-
by the way, I took mine. It's great.
Are
Yeah,
you a
so
generic
honestly-
white woman? You might like Bernie Sanders.
That's so me. So then I went like to YouTube and I was like, Bernie Sanders. One of the first videos I saw was that speech he did on the floor where he's talking about war and he's like, who's gonna attack us? Like, who are you waiting for? Have you ever seen that? It's like extremely based, very, very cool.
Yeah, it's very Ron Paul energy. I'll give
and
him credit.
I never saw a politician talk that besides, Ron Paul or whatever. I never saw someone like have that energy. And I was like, this is really cool. He's like an anti-establishment guy. Again, this was back when my politics was feminism is annoying and that like guns are bad. Like it was weird. So so like from there, yeah, and I just like went down the rabbit hole of like social democracy, I guess. And I don't know, I really liked them. So I always say that if I didn't find Bernie first, I probably would have fallen down the Trump thing because Trump also had that like fuck the establishment energy, and I feel like my dumbass would have gotten like sucked into that.
You're the self-proclaimed bimbo populist. So.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I found Bernie first.
So you might not like this question, but do you think Trump or Bernie is more of a liar?
Oh, Trump. Oh, God, absolutely. So Bernie's like spineless, and he's kind of like a pushover. But Trump just flat out fucking lies. He'll get on stage, he'll be like, doing all his fake populism shit, and then he just governed like a normal neocon. Like
Bernie Sanders has more houses than me, and you were upset with me.
Okay, that is such a fucking boomer gotcha. Can we just talk about this 3 houses? Do you not think that people who have money could also help, like, care about issues that don't just affect them?
You just said you would kill me because I have too much money.
Does he though?
Yeah. That was a joke, but like, you know what I mean?
Serious shoe now.
Shit.
Serious shoe now.
Okay, fair enough.
All right,
fair enough.
Okay, yeah, like
I have no problem with him being a fucking con artist that gets rich off of politics. I think it's great.
He has 3 houses, okay. He has one
like a
in
normal
DC.
US.
Listen, he has one in DC because he works there. Then he's got like this little ass log cabin lake house.
Right, you got to have a vacation house, obviously.
You can't bang your mistress in your own house.
But he is so much less rich than like so many people. Like that's not fair.
Sounds like absentee property to me.
I would say sounds like absentee property to me.
If someone's like, we got to help the poor, and you're like, but I see you're not poor yourself. Gotcha. Like, what is that?
Well, that's the whole thing that's going on with Jimmy Dore right now, where they're like, Jimmy Dore owns a house.
Yeah, exactly.
Bernie, that was so explicit, it was the millionaires and billionaires, and then
shut up. I know what's coming.
He became a millionaire with his book.
Yeah.
Reed is actually a boomer. Don't even.
Listen, I'm going to debunk this now, right? Okay.
Debunked.
I'm listening.
Debunked with facts and logic, right? So he got on Fox News. And they did that gotcha, like, aren't you a millionaire? And Bernie was like, fuck yeah, I sold a book, it did great. Like, fuck you. Like, he was just like, because he's not against people making money. Like, he's not against that. He just wants, like,
He just
to be where most of the first world is. So, I don't know.
We're the first world.
Wait. If he legit did that, that's kind of based if he just went on Fox News. Like, yeah, I'm rich, bro.
You're
Fuck
like,
you.
oh. He's like,
wait a minute, though.
I don't see what was
wrong
wrong because in 2016 he talked about the millionaires and then he just stopped.
That's not true. That's a lie. That's a fucking meme.
No, he changed it to billionaires. I watched it. I saw it. I work in national politics. Okay, I watched it.
His policies still affect millionaires, though.
Sure, but he stopped talking about them. That's all I said.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, now he did stop. He did used to say the top 1%, and he did change the top 1/10 of 1%. That did happen.
Wait a minute.
And you can't lie about that one.
1%.
He quit because he's a part of the 1%. Like
yeah,
now,
he definitely is. But if he truly believed what he's talking about, as far as redistributing the money from that the top 1% owns to the bottom 99%, wouldn't he want to do that globally and not just within the U.S.? Is he a national socialist?
He's a national socialist for sure.
That's a good question. Shu, are you more of the national side, or are you the global socialist revolution?
I'm like a protectionist and stuff like that. Okay. So
she's a nat soc.
Hey, I want to take Shu's side a little bit here and piss off my audience a little bit. I think in a lot of regards, Bernie is the
Nazis
socialist.
are cool. All 12 of them.
Bernie is to socialists what Rand Paul is to ANCAPs.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've made that point 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like cool. They're like,
Well, they suck.
and they're anti-war, and I don't know. That's fucking.
It's
cool.
actually
Wait,
I was gonna make this-
I don't even know
Bernie
what that
voted for the Iraq War.
Whoa, no. He voted for the 98 Liberation
Yeah.
Act.
Oh, it was a little
On-
okay. Yeah.
I
The
will be
Iraq-
honest,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
biased towards Rand, but I'm an ANCAP.
Oh, now you're an ANCAP? You're not a fucking agorist
Oh,
anymore?
wow.
I see agorist as a subset of ANCAP.
No.
But let's
I thought you
not
were
get that
egoless.
far into theory.
I thought you were egoless, Jose. What the hell? I thought we were.
I
always
also am an
Underhill.
egoist.
I always
But,
get Rand Paul and Ron Paul like mixed up.
Whoa, boo. No.
No,
Wait,
Do
do
you
you
also
not
get
like Rand? Wait,
Massey?
no, seriously, Shoe. Like I
Rand
was.
is like a great Republican. He's like the best senator that's but Ron Paul was actually like consistent and actually.
I'm not even joking, and Clint can back this up. I straight up said that if they had a Q&A for Ron Paul, I would have walked up and asked if he was disappointed in his son.
Yeah.
I was ready to
He's that
do
bad.
that.
I don't know anything about Rand Paul. So
I like
No.
Rand. I like Rand on a lot of things. Rand will do really good for like 4 months, and then just do something so bad. You're like, what? What the fuck?
Like when
Yeah.
he tweeted, being mean to the
Cock-sucking.
police has consequences.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, and
Fuck
then
you.
Or when he votes, or when he
Like
blocked
you should.
the anti-lynching bill, which I agreed with, that was a bullshit bill. But then he votes for Lloyd Austin for Secretary of Defense. It's like,
Oh.
dude,
Yeah.
what fucking hills are you dying on? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, that was the hill to die on right there, not the
Right.
fucking.
Yeah,
like,
somebody definitely took the apple off the tree and gave it a little chunk.
Well, it
you know?
fell off the
I
cliff,
had-
landed on a boat, and then went
Yeah.
to the North Pole.
I have a very important question, though. That this is the main thing I've always wanted to ask you. So, the Tucker Carlson simping, meme or real?
we'll never know. It's,
Oh.
it's good. It's good if you don't know.
I'm
I simp
satisfied.
Everybody
I simp Tucker recently. I do. I'm not gonna lie.
So do I.
I do lately. Only because
No,
look,
it's a joke.
at Fox in a sea of shitheads, Tucker is really good on war. Like really fucking good
Yeah.
on war.
Now
So,
he is. He didn't
Yeah.
always. He used
Of
to
course
be
not.
Oh, yeah.
But he got
Shit.
he corrected his opinion on Jillian Assange. Shout out
Yeah.
Jimmy
Because
Dore for
of-
doing that.
And
Well,
he's
yeah,
also against the
transparent.
vaccine passports, so I have to give him respect.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
and
but he's
he,
a fucking dumbass on like everything else.
Fair.
No, he's like he'll say base shit and then like
He's really
veer
bad on the
off.
drug war. Like really bad on the drug war, for sure.
he's
Is
bad
he
on
still-
that.
And on
Alright.
immigration.
Because-
Bad on.
yeah,
By the way,
'cause-
Stu, are you a fuck the police or a defund the police or a we need police?
I'm a we need police, but we need to reform the police because I think like the police are like a fucking mob, like the way that they act, they protect each other. They're like, you know,
that's pretty
212 boiled pigs.
That's
That shit's loaded.
Of course it is.
Fuck
oh,
yeah.
wait, what are you? Are you guys like abolish the police?
privatized.
Privatize the
Oh
police.
god,
Privatized.
you literally are the mixed police.
Yeah.
Literally the
Lol.
mixed police.
Yes, the Nick police is yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm even. I'm the annoying
Well,
He's
lefty here.
Magnus
I'm the-
is farther than that. Way
Yeah,
farther.
I'm the annoying lefty here. I'm like abolish police, 100%.
I'm
What would you
for
have,
personal
like-
defense.
Community policing? Is
Yes,
that your
yes, I'm a big like YPG simp. I'm a
Mhm.
big Rahova simp.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
think there's really a difference there. I mean, that's
Yeah, if-
we'd all say that.
right.
I'm more in the abolish police camp. Too,
Yeah.
But,
so.
well, if we were to privatize it, who's to say it wouldn't look more like what Magnus is describing?
Yeah, that's what.
It
Like I said,
probably
I'm a
would
big
be
fan of the
pretty
Black
localized.
Panthers. I'm a
fucking
big fan. Of,
RoboCop
like,
universe over here? Like that's what I'm talking about.
It's like this stupid open borders versus private borders thing. It's the same fucking thing, just like
Private
abolish the
borders?
police and private
Yes.
police is the same thing. So
Oh, you never heard of private borders?
What does that mean?
Socialist.
It's
don't respect
basically
property.
yeah, it's basically like everybody just has their own property. So if you want Mexicans to come over your land, okay, whatever. But
I like how he
you're-
goes right for the Mexicans.
well, that's where they're coming from.
Yeah, what
And
about
they're
the
not
snow,
sitting
what about the
their
snow
best.
Mexicans, Fat Dave?
no, they're not allowed.
They're
They're
not
not sitting
allowed.
their best.
I'll
No,
take Mexican over Canadian.
My only
No.
status position is we annex Canada. It has
Yeah.
to be. It has to go.
No,
Yeah,
no
and-
maple monkeys, man.
can't-
They're fake an A.
Canada needs to go back to England for sure right now, right away.
I don't know.
Right away.
England is true hell world right now. Those poor son of a bitches.
I don't know if it's worse than Australia, man. They're fucked. They are
Australia
fucked.
does be fucked. They deployed the military on those poor son of a bitches.
Yeah, they're fucked. And then in France, they got motherfuckers carrying around AR-15s, making sure that you got your COVID passport to get fucking coffee.
It's a FAMAS. I'm the gun nerd here. It's a FAMAS.
My bad.
Yeah,
My
it
bad.
was a FAMAS.
See, that's like all the right-wing people who like simp police super hard. It's like, what do you think's gonna happen if they start doing, the COVID mandate shit here? The police are gonna fucking crack your skulls. Like,
Well, do you want to hear? So this is my little conundrum for lefties and righties. Righties, who do you think are going to enforce all the fucking policies that you hate, like gun control, like COVID vax, passports, all this shit? Lefties, who do you think is gonna enforce all of your fucking policies that you want? Your fucking taxes, your fucking forced vaccine mandates, all that shit. So like one side wants to abolish the police or completely defund the police, but they need the police to enforce their fucking policies, and the other side wants to ramp up militaristic police. But those are the same people that are going to fuck them in the ass. So it's like, which one, but the sides don't know what the fuck they want. Either that or they don't understand how they're going to get it.
They both think the cops are on their side.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, no, that's a mistake.
The cops are on the state side only.
Well, yeah, they're both okay with authoritarianism if it is in the manner that they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fascist.
That's how it always is.
Yeah.
Fascism is the merger of corporate and state power. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Dude, we have gotten way too into big brain territory. This is not Tower Power Hour content. All right.
I was like so worried that you guys were gonna be like debate people because I'm so fucking bad at debate.
This is more debate
so
territory
bad.
than normal.
Literally, someone could be like, the sky's orange. It's not blue, and I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe you're right. Like I'm so fucking like. There's not like what me yelling to you guys about Bernie was like the closest to confrontational that like.
we wanted chill out, and then we had a guy like in our mentions was like, hey man, ask her about the economic calculation problem. We're like, we're not gonna ask her about the ECP.
What the fuck even is that? Like, I don't know.
While we're on the subject,
no, listen. That question is like so advanced for people. Like, why what the fuck are you even like? Half the people on this podcast don't even know what the fuck that is.
Well, you see, the socialists don't have an accurate answer for this, and she needs to account for it.
I don't want to. Is that your John Waldenberger voice? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I don't want to speak for everybody here.
Wait, did you see he said he wants to press charges for that meme that came out? He's like, what if they think that's really me at the Charlottesville rally?
That's the same. Listen, that's the same guy that got on a fucking public LNC meeting call and said, Joshua Smith, throw him out of the Libertarian Party. He told me to eat and suck dicks, and he called us nerds.
So
and now he wants to sue over a meme.
This is like over her head, right?
Sorry,
She's like, what the fuck is going on?
Everybody else knows.
I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. All right, Shoe.
Whoa. I got this is related to what we're talking about.
Go ahead.
I noticed that Shoe doesn't have a shoe on her head. Curious.
Oh, really? Oh, you really got her there.
There's no shoes around me. I'm too lazy.
No shoes even in the room. What the hell?
So Shoe, we have all these stupid fights all the time in the libertarian world. Like we all hate each other. And it seems like the left has that too. Like there's always, I mean, we sort of dabble in it a little. Like we pay Jimmy Dore will release a video, and then Sam Cedar will do something, and then Vosh will do something. But what's that like over there? What's going on? You guys seem like you're a mess too.
Just never ending infighting. Never ending. It seems from the outside in, the right has their shit together. They all somehow. Sometimes there's that's not okay.
This must be like a thing of like each side sees the grass is greener on the other side, because the whole time like the right will be like the left wants this.
Wait,
and they're like they are a hegemony that wants this one thing.
So like the main thing lefties fight about is like, I'm more left wing than you. Wait, is that you guys too? I'm more libertarian.
Same thing. Yeah.
Libertarian than
You're not a real libertarian. Yeah, that's what we hear all the time.
So pathetic. It's like, oh, you're that much like on the political cup is like one square over. It's over. It's over.
That's why like me, Clint, and Reed did the whole unity thing, because we're like, hey guys, like they're fucking killing all of us and bombing all of the like every country in the world and crazy shit is happening. Can we stop bickering about ignorant, stupid shit for 5 seconds? And it worked for like half.
Josh. No,
yeah, and it worked for like half a second, and then the LP Unity shit immediately fell the fuck apart. So it's like,
Well, this is why I brought this up. I tried to bring it up earlier, but I had this meme. It was Murray Rothbard, and back in the '90s, he wanted to unify with David Duke, and everybody was like, "But he's like a KKK, and he's a populist, and he like wants this." And he's like, "But he's against the wars. Like he hates the wars, so he's good in my eyes. So let's get with him. Anybody that hates against these wars, we'll get with them, and we'll stop the wars first." And then we can bicker about whatever bullshit, like whatever nationalized healthcare or tranny bathrooms. Who gives a fuck? Like let's stop killing kids first.
My saying has always been, I'll work with anybody who wants to roll the state back anywhere, as long as they're not advocating adding more states somewhere else. Like that's all I give a fuck about. If you want to end the wars, but you're not advocating to fucking more authoritarian policy, I'll work with you. If you want to roll back taxes, I'll work with you. If you want to roll back the war on drugs, I'll work with you. I don't give a fuck what fucking books you've read. I just want to roll back the state where I can. So
Frederick
I think that's
Douglass. I'll unite with anyone to do good and no one to do bad.
Exactly.
Based unity, gang. Based unity.
Based.
All right. Let's bring this back to pee poo poo. Okay. Fucking. This is
Dick and fart
way
jokes.
way too in big brain territory. All right, Shoe. This is more up your alley, being a white woman. It maybe not so much. It's a little bit economic in a sense, so I mean you might struggle with it. But what would you consider to constitute a unit of fuck?
Does she have a man there to give her answer?
Yes, right?
Okay.
A unit of fuck. And it sounds like a simple question, but once you define it, it has implications. So depending on your answer. So what constitutes a unit of fuck? So like if you were to be like, that was a fuck, what would it be?
Well, like the better phrasing of this, I think, is when do you consider sex to have taken place?
Oh.
This is not a rape question, by the way.
Please, God, let's not go there, buddy.
We've already answered this question on the show before. God damn
I know.
it,
I just
Jose.
wanted to put that out.
I don't know.
It's a good question too, though. I mean, I heard in your last video you're a horn. You haven't gotten laid in a while, so you know.
Weren't you married?
What
happened?
Offer? Jeez.
No,
I was engaged.
No, legit.
Oh.
You think it's an easy question, but someone was on this show legit saying that it's not considered sex unless you come. So there's crazy answers that fucking crazy shit.
I guess when you insert, but also like I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh, she got it. She
gets it.
She
gets
I don't know what
lesbian sex is imaginary. It's not real.
It's fake and
gay.
Definitionally.
I don't know. That's a good question, all right? It sounded like the stupidest thing I've ever heard when you said it, but now that I'm thinking about it, okay.
So, and I believe
that should be
Jose.
our tagline for the show. It sounds like the stupidest thing you've ever heard, but after I think about it,
Well, Jose brings it up. It was just like, if I had sex with my wife but I didn't come, and the next day you want to have sex again, and she was like, "No, we had sex last night." And you're like, "We didn't have sex last night. I didn't even come." Like, this is bullshit.
Exactly. I mean, that's legit.
That's what I think.
Jesus
That's
fuck.
Jose's.
I mean, even then, maybe you could say we had sex, but we didn't fuck.
Wait a minute. when is there a situation where the man doesn't come? What the fuck are you talking about?
whoa.
Joe just exposed
plenty of
himself.
those.
What the fuck?
Boobies
Fucking
feel like bags of sand.
Amateurs.
Have you never had a whiskey dick, coke dick? Like, come on.
I'm a very virile man. Okay.
You just come fast. Shut
Let's
up.
get you an 8-ball on that nose.
Fine,
and
yeah.
a
I'm a
boulder, see
one
what
pump
happens.
chump. That's what you're saying.
I'm too drunk for this.
Incredible.
I should have a drink. I have to go to work at 4:30 in the morning. Now. That's why I'm drinking water right now.
Coward.
You never answered though, Shoot. Like, I'm gonna
I
hold you
don't
to
know.
it.
I said
He
it
hates
was
lesbians. She said
penetration.
Penetration.
But
So you're anti-LGBTQ. I got it.
okay, what? No. Okay, it's when the privates touch. All right, there you go.
When privates touch.
There you go. Yeah.
So scissoring counts.
All right.
Doesn't count.
So
Oral doesn't count as sex, according to
So
Shoe.
oral doesn't count. So wait.
It's a Bill Clinton defense.
Just the tip does then.
I don't know about you, but I do not count a handy as sex. That's you know. Like,
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
handy is typically a letdown, is what it is.
yeah, I mean, like,
Typically,
fine.
yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd rather you do it than me, but I mean, I don't know. I don't really care.
Look, if I gave a handy, I wouldn't
Me
count
and
it as
Clint
sex.
are like-
So.
No.
Politics.
Women jerk off dicks like fucking they're unruly ferrets.
Yeah.
They don't have a clue what they're doing.
It's true. It's very true. We're
Hey,
just
as
you're
the
doing
resident-
great, babe. You're doing great. You're
As
doing
the
great.
resident gay man, I will protest to that.
What does that mean?
I thought you were bi. What?
I've had a lot more of one than the other.
Oh, okay.
So I've skewed in that direction.
What does it say? You build 1,000 bridges. You're a bridge builder. You suck one dick.
Magnus is more gay than bi. So
Yes, I've tilted in that direction, unfortunately.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Hey, Clint,
this
you
is
were
the
in-
Special Olympics of podcasts.
Hey,
for sure.
Clint was in the same bed as me like 3 days ago. Okay, so I'm exposing him right now.
Whoa, Clint, what did I thought we had a thing going.
What did it feel like
Hey.
when the beards touched?
It's an open relationship, Reed. I mean, you're on the road. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to wait while you go fucking drop your freight? No, I'm
As
going to drop
long-
my freight in Magnus.
As long as you're ready to roll when I show up, I don't care, Clint. Do whatever you do.
And if there's one thing you know about me, always ready to
You're
roll,
ready to
baby.
roll.
Hey, didn't you guys want to talk about bathwater class theory or some shit like that?
Oh yeah.
That's that other e-thought, dude.
No. So it was. I think Jose can answer this because he's the one that came up with the tower. When we towered Shoe originally, which is what got her to notice us to begin with, probably in like April or something.
Yeah,
the tower was "Sell us your bathwater," which I thought was pretty clearly a Belle Delphine reference, and I don't really know why exactly. Like,
It's that dolphin chick.
I mean, I guess just because it was funny. I don't know. Like, Jose might be able to answer that.
I
don't
have
know.
no idea. I mean,
You
I was
came up with
inspired.
Delphine
It obviously
is, like,
paid off.
mega
So,
capitalist.
It paid off.
yeah, I
Well,
mean, we played the
Is
long
Belle
game, though.
Delphine the like?
I
No,
think
he made-
ShoeOnHead.
No, Bella Delphine made a tweet where she's like, someone asked her about communism, and she's like, "I'd never get this rich under communism" or some shit. It was like,
Yeah.
I really feel like the takeaway for all young men from this episode should be if you really just like send really strong vibes and just continually do it for months, eventually it'll pay off. That's really what you should take.
Retarded vibes. Like
Persistence.
It's like consistently and persistently harass.
Yeah, find the
And
line and
spam.
go beyond it.
Eventually.
And
Tower
just
Power becomes pickup artist.
do not give up.
Right.
And then have your artist buddy just do an artistic rendition of like whatever he of
Right. Actually,
of
that
Shoe
would
in
be
a
my
MAGA hat.
question. That would be my question. What convinced you to come on this train wreck hitting a plane crash, hitting a dumpster fire? That's my question.
It was a cute
Bus to
picture.
You just
hell.
like wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. First of all,
That's not true,
no,
by
I'm
the
just
way.
saying. No, I was like, okay, they seem funny, so whatever. I just like
Yeah.
literally just vibe with whoever can banter. So it's like I don't really care what their political affiliation is. If you can like just fucking joke online, then I'll just like.
That's a
joke.
great
Wait, wait,
question.
Hell yeah.
I was looking up today. I was just like, what podcast has she been on? And it was like 70,000 subs, 100,000 subs, and I was like, oh fuck, she
Bro,
1,000,
the last thing I watched with you was you playing Words with Friends or something like that with fucking Sargon of Akkad. It was like Cards Against Humanity with like Sargon.
Oh my
of
god,
Akkad,
that
like,
was like
forever ago.
2015, like, no, like 2015. That was,
Yeah.
like,
Is Sargon
That's exactly the energy I'm talking about.
Sargon's all right.
This is a great comment. We can stay horny and retarded longer than she can stay sane.
It's true. It's true. There was another good fuck, marry, kill there. AOC, Belle Delphine, or Brandy Love. That was a good one.
Ooh.
Who's Brandy Love?
Like one of the most famous MILF porn stars in the world.
Right.
She's well known for like
Ill.
getting kicked out of
Ill.
like Turning Point USA recently.
Oh
She's
my
just
god,
really-
wait!
Yeah.
That sounds
It's
fake.
that woman. Okay.
She's coming on my show on the 30th, by the way.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you coming too?
No, I'm getting married next year, you fucking
This
idiot.
seems like an easy. This is an easy fuck, marry, kill, isn't it? Like, seems
I don't
pretty
know.
fucking easy.
Marry AOC because she's rich.
No, you got to kill that
No,
one, dude.
Kill-
no,
yeah,
you're
kill-
killing AOC.
Brandy's
No.
a trad chick with fucking
Wait,
experience in
Bella
sex.
is way richer than AOC.
I would fuck
Fair
Belle
point.
Delphine because I don't want to deal with her any more than that. I would marry the one with the mommy milkers, and then I would obviously kill AOC.
Dude, Toad would
No,
come
see,
if
I
he
have
blew
to-
on him right.
For me,
You know
I
what I
have to kill. For me, I have to kill Brandy Love because she was gonna go with Turning Point, and we fucking annexed their booth at Yal because I hate fucking Turning Point so much.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They turned her away and jaded her, so you can save her.
But she reached out in the first place. It's the one drop rule. One drop of Turning Point is done.
Dude, have you guys seen that dancing video of AOC though? Like, I know she has like fucking donkey's face, but like, dude, those bouncers, dude, they're something.
I think she's cute. You
I think
fucking
that is really
Man.
cute.
Jose,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Still not into it, man.
You're not even Mexican. You called yourself Jose. Exposed.
I'm making love to AOC and I'm converting her to Ancapistan. So
No.
that's the plan.
Bro, she's gonna redistribute your wealth so quickly. So
Let's say
Right away.
Clint's the resident rich person here, so he
Yeah.
can speak to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck
yes.
AOC, but I'm gonna make love to her because I need to like teach her our ways. And then when she realizes that capitalists can fucking tear it down.
Jesus fucking Clint, you are not helping us out here at all.
I don't really give a fuck. It's my dick that's gonna help you.
I will protest. This man is no different in person.
Yeah.
It's a
There's
fact.
nothing fake
Yeah,
about
that's true.
Clint.
That's
I was there. I
true.
witnessed it.
100%.
Okay.
This is me. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I get to meet Clint in October, so.
Do we have any
By the
more?
way-
Do we have any more dick and fart jokes or?
Well,
No, I did want to
my-
ask. I did want to ask if Shoe was ever going to think about leaving New York, just because
Yeah,
of
that's a
the
good
bullshit
one.
that
That's
is
a good
happening in
question.
New York.
It's your democratic socialist heaven.
I moved like up to upstate New York, like in the mountains, for like a
Nice.
year, which was kind of nice.
Were you
But
close to Watkins Glen or something like that?
I
Don't
think
dox
so.
yourself, but
I was like super far up there, like 8 hours from where I am now.
nice.
I want to like live in Colorado or something.
That's pretty
Okay.
based.
Cool.
All right.
Blue
Yeah.
cheese or ranch dressing?
Psychedelics, man.
Ranch.
Oof.
No, gone. Wait, hang
Fuck
on.
your mother.
Are you part of the anti? Are you part of the anti-mayo action or the pro-mayo action?
Pro mayo. Mayo's good.
Done.
Okay.
No longer a fan. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
Well, see,
But you
Magnus
don't
and I
like
are
mayo?
both black.
I love.
Mix
Magnus
it
and I
with
are
ketchup,
black, so.
and then you make the mayo ketchup. It's good.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, mayo
And with-
ketchup's
and
pretty
without-
good.
You are
capitalism.
lethally white.
She's a
With-
mayo
with-
monkey.
It's very
Without-
spicy, but it's good.
Without
all right.
capitalism, the mayo chup would never be made.
All right, we're getting a little long in the tooth here. Is there, you guys got any other good questions for Shoe while we have her here? If
Wait a
not, we'll
minute.
try out a wrap.
The bathwater question I thought was.
Oh,
would
Nah,
be-
yeah.
I don't know. I
We
feel like
never
we covered
asked
that.
it.
Yeah, I feel like we
Well,
covered
no, we
private
didn't ask
property.
it.
and shit.
Well, my question was: once the bathwater goes down the drain, can you still claim ownership to it? Because, like, what if you decide you want to sell it after that?
It's gone. It's in the sewer.
Really? Well, what if,
I'm
what
a
if you
civil
had like,
engineer. It's not necessarily gone. You can definitely trap it.
well, what if you had like a really expensive ring that you accidentally flushed down the drain? Is that different from the bathwater?
Well, it would
Yeah,
still
but
be
how
yours.
could,
But
how
could
could
you
you
put
recollect the bathwater and separate it
very
from the other
easy.
water?
No, it is very easy. Okay, so there's literally. I'm going to go civil engineer here.
Jesus fuck, Fat Dave.
Fucking nerd.
I'm sorry I asked.
Unless you're on a low pressure system, which is like you have a grinder pump outside your house, you all have gravity sewer that goes into the manholes. Well, there are actual service lines that pop
manholes?
in there, just a PVC line that comes in, and you can literally just put a bucket underneath and it'll fall right in.
The shit
But it would
jam
also be
hardcore.
everything. So your shit, your piss.
You're really
Yeah.
overestimating New York, bro. Okay, before you leave, has your opinion changed on ANCAPs at all?
Yeah. You have more of
That
a.
was unenthusiastic.
No, I'm saying you have more of the grounded ideology.
Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Sorry.
Listen.
Let her answer.
Yeah, I'm racist against ANCAPs. You have more of like a grounded ideology than I assumed. I thought it was just let's all live in the RoboCop universe, but
There's that too.
Which is
it is yeah. So I don't know. That's my takeaway. That is interesting. I wish I was smarter so I could like debate and like
No, take it
but-
from us. Like we watch, like there's libertarian debates all the time. They fucking blow. Like every one of them blows, and I'm
Nah.
yes,
I
every one of them blows. I don't care.
Yeah,
like, I can't watch them.
I think everyone here would rather find what we agree upon than debate me, bro. Bullshit.
I debated the neocon and it fucking put me on the map. So I disagree. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
I disagree too. Fat Dave is a retard who doesn't read. So.
You debate those that deserve it. Neocons are unredeemable. So
I have my question. Shoe, whenever you're gonna, I spam you constantly with my "End the Damn Wars" protest in DC. When are you gonna
I
fucking
liked
retweet
it. Oh, I liked it, and
You
then
liked it. You
I
didn't
got
retweet it.
canceled for it. There, of course, Shoe is like talking to these boogaloo boys. Like,
The Boog is
white
a mixture.
supremacists.
Listen, the
Hey,
Boog is a
no,
mixture of ANCAPs, mutualists, anarcho-communists. I mean, it's like a big mix
Yeah,
of
I know.
people.
But that's the thing is I saw your video of doubling down on the hard R. Okay, so you can retweet my anti-war march shoe.
That's my fiance dropping fucking super chats.
Go ahead, drop it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, drop
with
it.
my money.
Well, of course, the only person who's going to call you by your full name is either your fiance or your mom. So.
Yeah, it's my fiance dropping super chats. Who is this girl? Her name's ShoeOnHead. She's famous, sweetie. It's okay.
We have kept Shue far longer than I expected her to give us her time. So I want to just thank you very much, Shue. I hope that we didn't traumatize you. We're actually much nicer people than we may have.
No, this was funny. Yeah, this was interesting and fun.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to seeing Vouch on the next episode. So that's gonna be really
Yeah.
Let's let Shue drop a plug if you like it, even though you don't need it.
Oh, go to my channel, ShoeOnHead, and watch my Hell World 4. Get an idea of some of the things I believe, probably because
The Hell Worlds are pretty good.
They are pretty fucking funny. Yeah.
Like so many of your audience was like, "Oh, she's a lefty. She's gonna be offended by the blah." Blah. It's like, okay, all right. We all have our preconceived.
That's the Lolberts to us. Those guys are the Lolberts to us of the fucking.
I could tell right away after watching your Hell World series that you were one of our people. You're base as fuck.
Yeah.
You definitely have a sense of humor, and that's really all we ask.
I'm telling everybody that ShoeOnHead is a mutualist from now on.
Yes, base ShoeOnHead. Follow Shue.
Well,
we're gonna get you to read some What Is Property, I think, at some point.
Yeah, maybe not. Anyways, thank you so much, Shue. You can bounce out anytime. We're gonna go around and do our plugs. So thank you so much. If you guys want to follow me, I am at Liberty Lockpod on Twitter, Liberty Lockdown Podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere else if you'd like to subscribe. Fat Dave and Toad, give your Twitter handles, and then we'll go around for the guys of the shows.
Literally Fat Comic Dave on Twitter, and then also follow the Tower Power. I know we have a bunch of people in here, so follow us. We do shit like this all the time. Next week we have I'm not gonna butcher his name. So what's his name?
You never remember his name. We have Christian conservative comedian, not Dave Smith this time. Jason Cave is on next week, and then we have a good lineup of guests coming up after that. Assuming we don't fill in some other days, we got Mark Clare coming up. Assuming the NFL doesn't bring him in for whatever, and we got Tho Bishop and Neocon Remover the week after that.
Neocon Remover's awesome.
Fuck yeah!
So that's all happening. So Tower Power Hour, and I'm at Anarcho-Toad on Twitter.
I have the Naturalist Capitalist podcast on YouTube, Spotify, all the places. It's an audio podcast now too. I usually upload them 2 weeks later. So I've got Peter Schiff coming up, Abby Martin, Tulsi Gabbard. So stay tuned for those. And then we've got the Four Horsemen on Sunday with Ryan Dawson, Eric Jackman, and Sean Atwood. So check in for that.
When are you going to have me on Four Horsemen, Reed? Go the hell. Well, you say you keep bothering me to do it.
Josh?
You guys can check me out at youtube.com/Fight the Despots. That's where you'll find my show, Break the Cycle, streamed to YouTube live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Or you can listen to the audio on all of the podcast apps, or you can check me out on Odyssey, which is probably where we will end up if I keep having the kind of shows that I've been having. So,
and
I am on Odyssey now too, by the way. So.
Someone said Stu should be on a Four Horsemen episode.
Socialist here. So Jose, no way, Jose.
At Galison Jose is my Twitter handle. I have the No Way Jose podcast. I'm on YouTube. Also, I'm on the major podcatchers. I just recorded an episode. It's available on my Patreon at patreon.com/NoWayJose2020. I did an episode with fucking Popular Liberty and Ace, and we were kind of critiquing Popular Liberty's theory of archotropism. I'm much more of a theory nerd. I am on Friday. I'm recording with Thaddeus Russell doing breaking down Emma Goldman's essay in the Anarchist Handbook. This is part of my Anarchist Handbook series, which I just did Dave Smith before for Murray Rothbard. And before that, Magnus was my first guest for Sterner.
Nice.
And you guys should all go spam Shue to get her on for Louis Ling. It's a very low commitment. I know she's a white woman, but it's like 4 pages. I think she can handle it. I really feel like she exudes Louis Ling very well. If you guys know who that is, go look into him. If
she comes in and then just ducks out after, bombing the show. So.
And it blows her jaw off with a blasting cap.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
I think she's a great one for that. And that's it. That's all I got. So go ahead, Magnus.
Yeah, so I'm Panvidia Magnus on Twitter. I'm Magnus Panvidia on YouTube. I run the Unity or Death podcast. I just had the whole thing I do is I get a bunch of lefties and righties on my show to agree on a bunch of shit. It's super cool. And I'm running the End the Damn Wars protest in Washington, D.C. on the 20th anniversary of September 11th. We're going to have some people from the Green Party there. We're going to have some people from Scott Horton speaking. Spike Cohen's going to be there. Jillian Assange people are going to be there. It's going to be super awesome. We're going to yell at Joe Biden while he's at fucking work, calling him a warmongering murderer. It's going to be great. So check that out. And yeah, that's me, Boog Boy.
Thank you guys for checking us out. Make sure you subscribe to Tower Power Hour. We bring on guests that bat way out of our fucking class, and I don't know how we do it, but this is what we do. So check us out.
See you guys.